Alright, let's talk about Vintage Radio by Lattafa. Now this is a clone of the Initio Paragon, and I'm very interested to see if it's any good. I'm hoping this is good. A lot of people say this is an amazing cologne, so let's see if they're right, or if I have completely different tastes than them. Alright, on the front, of course, Vintage Radio, and then we got a little radio on there, Eau de Parfum, 100ml. On the back we got our seal of authenticity. As usual, I'll leave the link in the description. I'll leave one for Amazon and I'll leave one for eBay. I bought mine on eBay though. Oh my goodness, this thing did not want to move. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is heavy. This is very heavy. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this styling. I would have rather just said Vintage Radio. I think that would be clean. Just straight Vintage Radio with maybe gloss white instead of this like matte white with a whole radio on there. It is nice and embossed though. The 20ml version of this is much nicer, but I mean, you might as well just get the 100ml. It was just a waste of money, right? I was gonna get the 20ml because it just looked nicer. It's a standard glass bottle, says Vintage Radio on it on the front. That's it. It looks good. Just a waste of money when this one is only like $6, $7 more. On the front, we just have Vintage Radio, all embossed. We have a textured radio here. The text here on the bottom is textured. Of course, we have an Eau de Parfum 100ml. And then on the bottom, same thing. Just tells us it's made in UAE. And that it's an Eau de Parfum. Let's see what we got. Alright. Now I'm going to leave the notes up on screen. All I know is that there's plum and some sort of wood that's different. But I hear it's very refreshing. So I've spent a day with Vintage Radio now, and I wanted to give some thoughts. And they're basically as follows. This is a very nice fragrance for women. For me, I don't think I could pull this off. It leans more towards feminine than something even like Baccarat Rouge 540. It smells too feminine for me. That being said, some guys do like to wear feminine fragrances. And if that's your vibe, and you want something that's a very refreshing feminine fragrance, then go ahead and grab this. However, for me, this is way too feminine, but it is a beautiful scent. Ladies, if you're watching this, go ahead and grab this one. It smells beautiful. It has this very nice, fruity, sweet, refreshing, aromatic, just beautiful vibe. This is essentially a vanilla woody plum. That's what I'm getting out of this. It smells great. I would give it about a 8 out of 10. It smells really good, in fact. I wouldn't recommend this for most guys. If I were to label this on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being men's cologne and 10 being women's perfume, this would be at about a 7.5 to an 8. Baccarat Rouge 540 X Straight, for instance, for me, is about a 5.5 to a 6. It's slightly leaning towards female, but any man could honestly pull it off. This one, I could never pull this off. This is a very feminine fragrance. It smells like perfume. It smells like a vanilla woody plum. It's very refreshing. I like the scent a lot. However, I wouldn't wear it myself. As a fragrance reviewer, I do like to train my nose a little bit, get new colognes and perfumes and fragrances, and see what I like. This, I do like it, but it's too feminine for me to wear. If you're a woman, go ahead and grab it. It smells really nice, very refreshing. If I smelled someone walk by me and it smelled like this, I'd be like, wow, that's a really good scent. And here it is, Vintage Radio. I believe the cap is made of metal, just because it sounds very high quality. And even the glass is a very heavy bottle. It's a very secure bottle as well, well crafted. And obviously it's cloning a niche, so it looks very good. But yeah, this is one of the heaviest bottles I've held, even more than a bunch of niche and designer fragrances I've held. Can't go wrong with it. Lattafa Vintage Radio.